In this video, I will let you know how to set up web development environment. In order to set up your web development environment, you need three things: a code editor, a web browser, and also Node.js. In order to write code, you need a code editor. Plenty of code editor out there like Visual Studio Code or VS Code, Sublime Text, Atom, Adobe Dreamweaver, Brackets, and so on. But nowadays, one of the most popular code editor is VS Code. It's very lightweight and it supports on every operating system, no matter if it's macOS, Windows or Linux. So I recommend you to use VS Code. Second thing is a web browser. In order to see the output, you need a web browser, and plenty of web browser out there, and every operating system comes with a default web browser. Like if you are a Windows user, you will have Microsoft Edge. If you are a Mac user, you will have Safari, or if you are a Linux user, you will have Mozilla Firefox. But Google Chrome, I recommend you to use. The reason because its developer tool is powerful and every now and then you need to use this. So I recommend you to use Google Chrome. And third thing is Node.js. As a web developer, you need to run every now and then npm and also npx script on your computer. In order to run npm or npx script on your computer, you need Node.js. So these three things I recommend you to use, and in this video, I will let you know every single thing. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, I need to download VS Code. In order to do, I will open a browser. You can open any browser, no problem at all. And you can search download VS Code. Now, if I open this link, you can see it supports on Windows, Linux as well as Mac. And also, no matter what type of machine you are using, every version is available. For me, right now, I will download 64-bit. But if you don't know what version you are using, in that case, you can simply open your My Computer. If you right click and then here is the option Properties. If you open this Properties panel, you will able to see that your system type. So you can see right now my system type is 64-bit. So I will download 64-bit. If in your case you are using 32-bit operating system, in that case you need to download 32-bit version. And if you are a Linux user, in that case also you can see for Debian and Ubuntu, you need to download this one. If you are using Red Hat, Fedora or any other version, in that case you need to download this one. And if you are a Mac user, also you have option for Intel chip, Apple Silicon as well as Universal. So no matter what type of operating system you are using, VS Code actually supports everywhere. So right now I will download 64-bit version. So I will click here and it will download in very short time. You can see thanks for downloading, and it's downloading. Same time I need to download a web browser, and I recommended you to use Google Chrome. So I will write here download Google Chrome. And if I do, in that case, you can see download Google Chrome link, and I will open this. So if I open, in that case, this is the link, and here have a tick mark. I recommend you to untick this. The reason because if you have this tick mark, in that case, Google will collect all information or system data from your computer. And if you are okay with it, in that case, you can do, I don't want that Google should track my system information and how actually I work with Google Chrome. In that case, I will untick this and then I will click download. Okay, it's all about your personal preference, but I recommend you to do that. And third thing is I need to download Node.js. So I'll write here download Node.js. Okay, and this Node.js also supports on Mac, Linux and Windows, you can see. So no matter what is your operating system, you will be able to do that. I will download 64-bit Windows installer. So I will click here and it will download in very short time. So as you can see, my VS Code, Google Chrome and also Node.js, everyone is downloading and also downloaded most of them. So I will start installing. First of all, I will go to the download folder, you can see. And from here, I will right click, and then here you can see here is option open, run as administrator, or simply you can double click this. And if you are a Mac user, you just simply drag this to your app folder, and if you are a Linux user, in that case also it's easy to download. Okay, so I will click here accept the agreement and then click next, and again next, and here I recommend you to select these two. If you do, in that case your VS Code will available on your context menu. So what is your context menu? I want to show you, and that is if you right click, in that case what you can see here, it's your context menu. So if you want that VS Code should be available here, in that case I recommend you to tick mark in this two. Otherwise you can skip this. If you do this, in that case it will easy to open VS Code in very short time. I will let you know later, don't worry about it. So I recommend you to do this two, and then I will click next again and install. So if I do, in that case you can see it's installing and it will install in very short time. Very lightweight software. So I will wait a bit and it will install. You can see my VS Code is installed, and you can see here is the option launch VS Code. So if you click finish, in that case it will launch. So I will uncheck that. I will finish it. Right now I don't want to open VS Code. I will do everything step by step. Second thing, I need to install Google Chrome. So I'll double click here. You can see on your mark and it will download and also install in very short time. And third thing, I need to install Node. Before you install Node, I recommend you to check if you have Node or not. So in order to check that, you need to open your terminal, default terminal. I will open the terminal for my Windows, and that is CMD or PowerShell. I can open, no problem at all. And if you are Linux user or Mac user, you have default terminal. So here you can search Node and then -v or sometime hyphen version. So if I do, in that case, you can see it's don't know about Node. So that means in my computer, I don't have Node. I want to show you another terminal. This is my another terminal, and in this PC, I have Node installed. So right now, if I write here Node and then -v, and if I hit enter, in that case, you can see it's giving me a version. So if you write Node and then v and it's give you a version, in that case, you are good to go. You don't need to download. But right now, latest version is 18.16.0. So if you want to update your Node, in that case, simply you need to download and then install. If you do, in that case, it will okay. So in this time, you can see already our Google Chrome is installed, and I will close the terminal, and here I will click get started. So if I do, in that case, you can see this looks something like that, and I will click skip every now and then. If you're interested, you can also set this Google Chrome as your default browser, and definitely I will do, and I will say no thanks, and you can see my Google Chrome is installed. Okay, so I need to install my Node.js, and here I will double click. I will click next, accept, next, and now if you want to install Chocolatey and also other dependency for Node.js, you can do. Right now I don't need this, and also you don't need this. In that case, you can simply press here next. But if you press this tick mark, in that case, your installation process will be bigger. The reason because it will download then Python, Chocolatey, and also plenty of resources. So I don't recommend if don't need. Okay, right now you don't need. So I will go next, and I will click install, and it will install in very short time, as you can see. So you can see my Node.js is installed. Now I will click finish. Now I will run the script once more, and that is node -v. And if I hit enter, you can see it's not recognized. The reason because this terminal still don't know that I installed Node. So what I need to do, I need to close the terminal, and then I need to start the terminal once more. So I'll write here cmd. Okay. And now here I will write node -v, and if I hit enter, in that case, you can see right now it's giving me the version. So if in your case you face same type of issue, in that case, I want to make sure that you know how it works. Okay, so right now you have a code editor, that is VS Code, you have a web browser, that is Google Chrome, and also your Node.js is installed. So let's start how everything works. Okay, first of all, I need to open my code editor. So if I right click right now, you can see nothing here. As I said before, you will see context menu on VS Code, but you can see in this context menu, VS Code is not available. But in Windows 11, this is the customized context menu. But if you want to see full context menu, in that case, you need to click here, show more option. So if you do, in that case, you can see open with code. This is the option what actually we needed. Okay, so if you click here, in that case, you can see your VS Code is started. But if you don't have this, in that case, what you need to do? You need to go to start, you need to search, or you need to go to the all apps option, and then you need to scroll down, and here you have the option VS Code. Okay, or you need to right click, and then you need to pin this on your start. So if you do, in that case, you can see this is here. Or if you want that your VS Code should be in your taskbar, in that case also you can pin this on your taskbar. Okay, so this is the option so that it's available on your hand. No matter how you want to open, you can do. So you can open this from your start panel. You can open the VS Code from your context menu. Okay, so no matter what it is, you can do. So let's write some code. So first of all, I will open VS Code from the context menu, and that is the easiest way, I think. Now on the VS Code, I recommend you to use an extension. You can say it's a plugin or a software, but in VS Code, when you want to increase VS Code performance or VS Code feature, in that case, you need to install some extensions. And right now you need one extension, and later when you will work with different type of technology, in that case, you might need different type of extensions. But right now I recommend you to use one extension. So I will click here. This is the extension palette, and here I will write live server. You can see this is the extension what I recommend, and this is the extension author name, and this is the live server, and right now its version is 5.7.9. and I will click install. So it will install in very short time. So you can see my live server is installed. One more thing I recommend, and that is I like to use a theme. I don't like to use default VS Code theme, but if you like this theme, you can do, no problem at all. Every now and then I use two themes. One is Dracula official. This is the theme what I like to use this, and another one is Andromeda. This is the theme what also I like to use, so I will install this one also. Okay, and if you think that your code size is small, in that case you can go settings and then again setting, and here is the option for font size. I will increase this to 22 and I will increase this tab size to 2. If I do these two, then everything looks good and I think everything is okay right now. So now I will close this, and now I will create here a new folder, and here I will write HTML simply. I will open this with my code editor VS Code, open with code. So you can see this HTML folder is blank right now. Now I will create here a HTML file. So I'll write here index.html and I will hit enter. In that case, you can see this is the area. In VS Code, you have a shortcut, and you will have a video about VS Code shortcut later in this course, no problem at all. So here I will write shift and then exclamatory sign, and if I hit tab, in that case you can see this is the code, and from here you can now start typing what actually you want to show. So right now I will save this, and now I will right click, and remember I installed extension live server. So if you install this extension, you can see open with live server option. So I will click here. In that case it will open this folder with me. I will definitely need to click allow first. So you can see this is the web page, and here I don't have any code, so everything is blank. The title is document, the title is document. So I want that this code editor should be left side, and the code editor and this one should be in the right side. I want that, and also I can place something like that. Okay, no problem at all. And here right now, what is the magic and why you need to install live server, I want to let you know, and that is if I write here h1 and then if I press tab, you can see I have here h1, and now if I write here hello world. Okay, now if I hit save, Ctrl S, in that case automatically it's updated. Now if I write here style, okay, and inside this style tag, if I select the h1 tag, and now if I write here color red, and if I hit save, automatically it's saved. So live server will show you the output instantly. That's the thing why I recommend you to do. Otherwise, after you saved, you need to press here or you need to reload this. So you will, over the course, you will see every now and then I will do this. So everything will work properly. The reason because I am using live server extension. Now I want to show you the another thing, and that is why you need to install Node.js or NPM. In VS Code, you have an option for terminal. So remember, I used terminal from the start and I opened CMD or PowerShell, whatever I need to use, I do. But in the VS Code, you can have a terminal and it's integrated with VS Code. And now if you want to run anything, you can do this from here. So suppose I want to install something using Node.js, I can do simply. So I can write here npm and then install and then bootstrap. And if I hit enter, in that case, it will download Bootstrap for me and it will install Bootstrap for me. You can see. So you can see my Bootstrap is downloaded and also installed. And now if I click this node module, you will be able to see that here is a Bootstrap folder, dist and every single thing in CSS and everything here. So right now, if I need to link the Bootstrap file, in that case, simply I will write here link and then CSS. And here what I will do, I will link my Bootstrap file. In that case, I will go to the node modules and then Bootstrap, dist folder, CSS folder, and from here I will select bootstrap.minified.css. Okay, this one, and I will save this. So if I do, in that case, you can see already my hello world text is changed. Now if I want to show here a Bootstrap button, I can simply do, I can write here button, and here I can write send message. Okay, so you can see this is simple button, but if I want that it should be bootstrappy button, in that case I can write here a class btn and then btn hyphen primary, and if I hit save, in that case simply you can see it's here. So my Bootstrap button is working. So if you have npm, in that case you can see installing any script is very easy. So I recommend you to have npm. I recommend you to install VS Code as your default code editor. I recommend you to use Google Chrome. The reason because it's very powerful and its developer tool is very powerful. So how to open your developer tool? Right click and you can see here is option for inspect. If you click, in that case, this is the developer tool. Otherwise, you have this option in this, click this triple dot menu and then you need to go more tools and here is the option developer tool. Also, you can press Ctrl Shift I, or if you are a Mac user, in that case, you need to write comment option I. So if you do, in that case also your developer tool will open. And here you have a triple dot menu. If you click, in that case, you can see this is right side. If you click here, in that case, your developer tool will be in the bottom side. If you select this, in that case, it will be in the left side. And here is another option for split view. So I recommend, or most of the time actually, I like to use this developer tool in the bottom side. And here you have an option for console. So if you want to write JavaScript or if you want to test anything in console, you can do. Suppose I want to show here a alert. In that case, I can simply write here alert. Okay. And here I can write hi JavaScript. And if I hit enter, in that case, you can see here is a simple alert. Okay. Don't worry about anything if you don't understand anything. Over the course, you will understand every single thing and also how everything works. So don't worry about it. Keep patience, and after completed the course, I hope you will understand every single thing. If you completed every single step, in that case, your web development environment should also set up properly. I hope this video is helpful for you. What do you think about this video? Don't forget to let me know in the comment. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and stay safe. I am Ali Hossain signing out.